Hello and welcome to the 308 Sniper Killhouse live stream. Slightly cooler one tonight than it has been the last few nights, so back to normal play again. Tuesday night was just unbearable. There was no way anyone could have played in that, so back to normal play again. We've got quite a few people playing today, which is great. We've got some late arrivals coming in just a bit, but the main bulk of the players all signed in, all chronoed up, and we'll be getting going in the first game in probably about 5 minutes. So stick around and we'll be starting the first game shortly. So hopefully on tonight's stream we should have our eye in the sky camera working. We've managed to get it connected tonight. It is up and running at the moment. If it's gone like anything like the other streams, then as soon as we go live on the camera it'll cut out. But I don't know if I can give you a sneak peek. Let's flick through to that. Oh, okay, so that screen has gone out of kilter a little bit. Let me see if I can remedy that at the same time. But this, in essence, is what the camera will be. Let me just see if I can resize that quickly. Quickly just edit it on the fly. There we go. Okay, so that basically is our eye in the sky camera, which is the camera that's up on the zip wire. The marshal should be able to control the zip wire backwards and forwards. At the moment it's just on a rotating camera head, so zipping backwards and forwards. But once he gets in there and the game starts, he'll be able to zip it along, and you'll be able to see that hopefully. So hopefully that will work. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. It's working at the moment. Sod's law, as soon as the game starts, it won't. So let's see how we get on. But yeah, let's get you off of that screen for a minute. I'm just going to check in with the in-game marshal, see how long till we start. Yep, so yeah, we have got a new camera. Yeah, this camera should allow us to view from above. We're just testing it out, see if we can make improvements. We did have a 360 camera for it. We've got one of those Insta 360s. Absolute awesome camera. Absolutely garbage when it comes to live streaming. Has a 10-meter Wi-Fi range, which so you get send it halfway up the arena and it loses signal. So absolutely pants. So unless we left a phone in the arena, it's pretty much impossible to stream from. And even when we tried doing that, it lagged so much on the live. It was just impossible to work with. Even when we boosted more bandwidth to it, it just wasn't liking it. So anyway, great camera. Just don't get one for live streaming. So we've gone back to the GoPro. So the GoPro is up in the ceiling and on the zip wire ready to go. So once we get word of the first game, you'll be able to see that in action, hopefully. Okay, so first game of the night will be a team deathmatch. So this is just a shoot 'em up game. Just get them used to shooting each other, and it's basically a game of whoever respawns the least wins. So you'll notice on our respawn cameras when they come up, which will be the two cameras, top left and top middle, you'll see there's some respawn buttons on there that light up when the game starts. So the players will press these buttons, and then the team that basically respawns the least wins. So this will be a 10-minute game. Just get them started again, really. Get them used to shooting each other. Okay, so players just kitting up now. Hopefully a few minutes, and we'll have them out for this first game. Okay, so it looks like players are just starting to enter the arena. So let me flick to the arena cams, and you should be able to see them guys entering out there. Okay, so there we go. You'll see the two respawn cameras. Top left camera is one of the respawns, and the top middle camera is the other one. So top middle is the green respawn, and top left is the red respawn. Yeah, one of the players on the top left camera there, almost on cue, was pointing at the button for us. But basically, when the game starts, those buttons will light up. And when they get shot, they come back and respawn for the 5 seconds. And they press the button. That will count down 5 seconds. So it won't count down 5 seconds. They will count down 5 seconds and spawn back in. The button will count how many spawns they've had. So I'll be able to see that on my tablet here. And I'll be able to keep an eye on progress, make sure they're actually pressing the button properly, and we'll be able to determine a winner from that as well. So this is a nice warm-up game, but as you see, the Eye in the Sky camera is up and running. Hopefully it will last out, and when the game starts, the marshal will start to control it on the zip wire backwards and forwards. So we'll see how it pans out. Quite literally, but we'll see how this camera goes as the stream gets going. Let's see if it works tonight. So just waiting for the in-game marshal to get everything set, and then we'll be getting going. We've also got our smoke machines in there as well. We're just trialling these out, so you'll see every now and again bursts of smoke coming across the cameras. If it's successful, we'll keep adding some more in. So these are low density smoke. The smoke doesn't hang around, it disperses, no sticky material left behind or anything like that so far. So they seem to be working quite well, so we'll see how we get on over the next few games with them. Okay, so here we go. This is game start. So 3, 2, 1, and we have game on. Game on. I don't know what happened to the green there. They just stood there. Maybe that's a tactic. The reds flew out of the blocks and greens just stood there. But anyway, the game has started. So on this game, the only thing that matters is the scoreboard at the bottom. Is the timer on the scoreboard. Oh, I can't get my words out tonight. So the only thing that matters is the timer on the scoreboard. The score on there means nothing. We set it to a 2-shooter flip mode, which just allows us to run a 10-minute game session. But in actual reality, we're just looking at the timer. I'm looking at how many respawns each team has got, and I can count that on my tablet here. So I'll be able to see who's dominating and who's losing. But literally, the score that you see is just the target score, not the respawn score, which I can see. So let's see how they're getting on. So who do you think is going to win this one? Do you think reds or greens? As I say, greens are respawning in the top middle camera, and the reds are respawning on the top left camera. Okay, so we are about quarter distance way through at the moment. Respawns are quite even at the moment. It is 12-10. So green with 12, red with 10. So red are just winning it at the moment. Looks like our eye in the sky camera is working. It's running up and down on the zip line. I think we need to play with the angle a little bit. It gives you an overview of what's going on, but it is pointing up a bit high. So we'll see if we can get the ladder out in between games and angle that down. Give you a bit better view. So still fairly even. Looks like what have we got there? Greens are on 11. Greens on 15. Reds are on 11. So reds are winning it just at the moment, but still early stage of the game at the moment. It's just coming up to the 4-minute mark, so still early days.
Pew 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 pew.
Target down!
Okay, so where are we at? It is still fairly even Stevens. They're both doing quite a grand job. Greens are on 14, Reds 17. Sorry, the other way around actually. Greens are on 17, Reds are on 14. So Reds are still winning just about at the moment, but only 3 or 4 respawns in it. So as you see, as the players enter their respawn, you'll see on those 2 top cameras, they come in, there's a little light on the wall. It's actually a button. It's actually a guitar pedal button. So you'll see them press that and the light will go out. As that guy just there pressed on the top middle, I don't know if you see that, but he went to press it and the light didn't go out because it was still respawning the last player, as it takes a second, and he noticed that himself and pressed it again. So that was good of him. He done it properly. So we've just gone past the halfway point. What we on? So we have green with 23 respawns and red with 15. So red are still just holding it at the moment. They're doing well. The eye in the sky camera's just picking up some players there. So it is sort of working. But yeah, I think we just need to sort the angle out on it. It's all trial and error. All these things run on batteries and you have to take them down every time we do it and put them back up again. And we can't put them on hours beforehand because the batteries just go dead. So here's a trial by flight really. But we'll get better with it as we get going. This is the first time we've successfully managed to get it actually streaming and running. So that's always a bonus. Okay, sorry about the silence there. Just checking in with the in-game marshal. There's a lot of standing around in the respawn there, but one of the players just had a gun issue, so we're just resolving that. So at the moment, how that's impacted on the scores. So red have 27 respawn and green have 34. So red are still winning. So let's see how this pans out. We've got about a minute, just coming up to a minute left. So I don't know whether we get that other player back in. It looks like it might have been getting him swapped around. So it looks like he's playing anyway, so that's the main thing. So yeah, just coming up to the last sort of 50 seconds of the game now. Still fairly close. There's actually 5 respawns in it, so if you're watching, let us know in the chat who do you think's going to win this one. Okay, so last sort of 20 seconds now. 4 respawns different. That's the only difference at the moment. They will announce a winner at the end of this game, but ignore that. That is purely based on the 2-shooter flip, which won't be accurate. So there is 3 respawns different, and that is game over. Game over. Now it says it was green win, but it's lying. It was actually a red win. So red win that game. So let me pop that up on there. So red had 32 respawns and green had 35 respawns. So there was literally 3 respawns in it. So red won that one, but literally by 3 respawns. So well done, Reds. So what we normally do is we'll play the same game opposite ends, just swap them around. Even though the new arena is a complete mirror image of itself, there's no advantage from being one end or the other. Some people still think there is. So we'll play it both ways just to see how they get on. And we'll be starting that one in about 5 minutes' time. Okay, so we've moved the GoPro angle down a little bit, so hopefully the footage from the eye in the sky will be a bit better this time. Looks a bit better on my screen already, so we'll see how that pans out. And as I say, we'll be playing another round of Team Deathmatch next, so again, we'll see how that gets on. It was pretty even on the first one, so only three respawns difference between the red and the green team, so Red's just won it just slightly. So we'll see how this next round goes and see if the scores change at all. So also, if you're watching today, let us know what you think of the audio levels, apart from that radio chatter coming through. But yeah, let us know what you think of the audio levels. We had a few issues today with the audio mixer, lost some of our feeds and that, so hopefully it's all working back as it should be. But if you are listening, just let me know, and so we can adjust if need be. Okay, so a few minutes now before the next game, but I just wanted to explain a tournament that we got happening here. It's being run by Airsoft Anti-Cheat, and it's a tournament they're running. We're going to be the first site they run it at. Let me see if I can bring up the details. There we go. So this is their post. Shall put the link in the chat as well. So airsoftanticheat.com, and yeah, so they're running this tournament. It's happening on the 7th of August. Check out their website for full details, or on their Discord, and it's got full details of the competition. It's 5-man team competition. I think last time I spoke to him, I'm sure he said there was about 8 teams signed up, so it's going to be an exciting one. It's going to be run a full day session, so 9 till, we'll probably have activities going on till 9 o'clock that night, so it'll be a full 12 hours of airsoft basically. So if you're part of a team, get signed up. If you're not part of a team, get signed up and join one of the part teams that's already signed up. So there's spaces for both. You don't have to be part of a 5-man team. If you are, that's great, get your team signed up. If you're not, you can play individually and you'll get allocated your team on the day. But yeah, Airsoft Anti-Cheat, so that is happening. Let me have a look, see if I can find the link. Oh yeah, there's the link. So let me seamlessly put that up in the chat. There we go. So there's where you can sign up. So you can either sign up to Airsoft Anti-Cheat as a member, pay your monthly fee, which enters you into all their competitions and gives you free entry to the competitions, or you can pay a one-off fee for playing for the day. So I think it's 30 quid to play for the day. If you don't want to join, but if you want to join their community, I think it's a fiver a month, or you can join as a VIP and get VIP extras and stuff like that. So check it out, make your own mind up if you want to join up, or whether you want to just pay and play. But yeah, 5-man team, be ammo limited. I think they're limiting each round to 30 rounds of BBs to each player, just to make it an even playing field. So there won't be one team running around with drum mags, one with mid caps and that sort of thing. So it'll be a complete mixed bag. Obviously it'll be held in our indoor CQB arena, so if you've played here before, that might give you a slight advantage. They have their own marshals as well as our marshals, and we'll still be streaming the whole event as well. So get involved. The 7th of August, I think it is, the Sunday. So not long now, really, just a few weeks. So that's going to be an exciting one. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure I'm used to dates. Yeah, it is the 7th. So yeah, get yourself booked in for that one. That should be a good one. Okay, so the master was just letting me know that the next game is going to be 1 minute. So sorry about the radio chatter in the background there, but yeah, going to be 1 minute till the next game, and it's going to be another game of team deathmatch. So let me just get rid of this off the screen, and we'll be getting you ready to go out. Okay, so the next round is another round of team deathmatch, our second round. So this is their sort of warm-up games, just to get them used to being hit again, and get them used to the arena if they've not played it. So this game will be starting in about a minute's time. They're just heading out in the arena now, so let me get those cameras up there. As I say, we've changed the angle on the Eye in the Sky camera as well, so hopefully that's a little bit better. I'll try and flick over to that a little bit at times as well. Marshall's just getting rid of this step ladder that he uses to get up to it. So let me see if I can flick to the Eye in the Sky. There we go. So the angle's a little bit better now. So we'll see how that follows the play as it goes through. So you can see the red team there in their spawn area, waiting for the game to start. And yes, they do have blue armbands on. That's because we haven't got any red armbands at the moment. They are on order. So the blue team are the red team, but green do have green armbands on. So players all out there. Let's get back to all the cameras, and we'll be getting this game started in just a minute. Let me just talk to the in-game marshal, and we'll get this started. Okay, so we have the game starting, and 3, 2, 1, and we have game on, game on. So let's see who's going to win this one. Will it be another red win, or will green get this one back? We'll find out in 10 minutes' time. Let's watch the play and see how they get on. So green are respawning in the top left-hand camera this time, and the red or the blue team are respawning in the top middle camera. So as you see, as the players enter their respawn, they press the respawn button. And unfortunately, you can't see it on the scoreboard at the moment. You only see the timer and the score. The score is irrelevant. That's just basically how many targets have been shot. But I can actually see the respawn counters being hit this end, so I can see if they've actually pressed the button or not, and whether they are respawning correctly. So obviously you can see that on the camera with the light going on and off as well. But believe it or not, we've had players cheat and try and cover up the light to pretend that they're respawning. Can you imagine? But obviously we can combat that by seeing the actual respawns down here on the tablet now, which is good. So that stops all of that. Okay, sorry about that. I was just chatting with the in-game marshal. So let's see how they're getting on. So I can tell you, wow, 14 respawns each at the moment. So even Stevens. We're coming up to the halfway mark. We're 4 minutes 20 in, so almost halfway. So for some reason I'm not getting the multi-stream chat coming up, but so Imperial Titan, all good for now. Okay, cool. I don't know if you're referring to our camera, the eye in the sky camera. Whether you're saying that's better now. But let me see if I can play with the chat. I'm not sure why that wasn't coming up in my multi-stream chat. It looks like you're on YouTube. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I think that should sort the chat out. So hopefully I should be able to see what you comment now. I don't know why that wasn't working. Very bizarre. So where are we now? 5.5 minutes gone. It was evens, it's not anymore. Green have 21 respawns and red have 16, so red are winning again, just by 5 respawns. Okay, so still only 6 respawns different. Who's going to win this one? At the moment, it looks like red are going to win it again. They're just edging ahead just with the amount of respawns at the moment. So green have got some work to do. Let's see if our eye in the sky camera can pick anything up. Well, it's picking up our in-game marshal there as he's moving it around a bit. Let me see if I can get him to move it around a bit. Dan, move the zip line up and down a little bit. Let's see if we can get some footage of the play. Okay, he's moving it a little bit. Let's I think he's taken me literally when I said move it a little bit. He has. So let's see if we can move this camera up and down a little bit. You can see all our box work there hiding all the wires. Let's see if we can get any actual decent footage through this camera. Well, it's just picking up some people. Oh, there we go. Well, just as we got someone, he moved it on the zip line. I think it's going to take some practice to get the best footage from this. But you get the idea of it. The idea is that it zips up and down and we'll be able to see some of the gameplay. Talking of which, let's get you back on all the cameras and let's have a look at that gameplay. So we have the red team are still leading by 9 at the moment, so there's only 9 respawns difference. We're coming up towards the last minute. Red are on 27, green are on 36 now, so still 9 difference. Okay, so last minute now. As I say, forget the scoreboard at the bottom of this screen. We only use this for the timer on this particular game. This one's all about the respawns, which unfortunately you can't see your end. But I can tell you at the moment there's 8 respawns different. Red are on 30, green are actually on 39, red 31 now, so still only 8 respawns different, 31 to 39. So red in the lead with the least amount at the moment. But last 20 seconds now. I think red have probably won this one again, but we'll find out in just a second. There we go, there's game over. So that was, let me have a look, it was a red win. So 32 respawns to the reds, and what do we have, 39 respawns to the greens. So still pretty close again. Only 7 difference on that one. But that is 2-0 to the Reds so far tonight. So on the next game, we'll be incorporating the targets as well, so open up the play a little bit more, and maybe green will do a better job once the targets are deployed and used in part of the gameplay. But we'll find that out in about 5 minutes time. We'll get the we'll get them on a break. It's a lot cooler tonight than it has been the last few nights, but it's still quite a warm night, so get them hydrated, get them reloaded, and we'll get them out for the next game. But we'll be back shortly with that. Okay, so we're just getting another player respawned. Chronoed. We wouldn't be getting him respawned halfway through, would we? We'll just get another player chronoed. And so if you just joined us, I mentioned before that we've got a competition here on the 7th of August. It's being run by the Airsoft Anti-Cheat community. So www.airsoftanticheat.com. You can check out their website. They got all the details there about the competition. I'll throw it up there as well again. So they're running tournaments, going to run regular tournaments with cash prizes. They've got content on YouTube and Discord. So if you sign up and subscribe to them, I think it's like £5 a month, you get entrance to the competitions for free. Or you can just get on there and pay £30 and come and play the competition. So the choice is yours. I'll put the link up on the chat again. So that one is the payment link. So if you just want to go on and pay £30 and play, you can. If you want to subscribe and do it that option, you can. You just do the one that's on the big screen, but I'll put that in the chat as well. Anticheat.com. There we go. So you can have a look on there and sign up as well. So a couple of options there to play. As I say, there is cash prizes involved. It is rounds limited. I think they're limited to 30 rounds per game, per player. So it makes it nice and fair. They'll be running this in this kill house. We'll be streaming it as normal. So if you want to get involved, get signed up. Dan come in? Is it a two-shooter flip and ETA to that game starting?
So this game two-shooter flip, and ETA is about 3 minutes.
Sorry about that, I forgot to turn the mic off. So, you probably heard that anyway. So 3 minutes to the next game. Two-shooter flip will be the next one. So, in this game, two-shooter flip, the teams have to flip the target into their colour. So when the game starts, none of the targets will be lit. The teams have to run out and find the targets and shoot them. If you're on the green team, you shoot it until it turns green. If you're on the red team or the blue armbands, you shoot the targets till they turn red. Simple as that. And you have to hold the targets in your colour for as long as possible. If you get shot, you go back and respawn. So the game can be won in two ways. You can either play really aggressively and hold all of the targets in your colour, but if you are over aggressive and end up with lots of kills and got respawn loads, that will divide your time. So it'll count the total number of seconds each target's held in each colour, and then it will divide it by the number of respawns. So if you're getting overshot and respawn loads, you can actually lose on the basis that you're being too aggressive. So the idea really is to get an even level player field, really. So this game will start in about a minute's time now. Players are just starting to head out. So two-shooter flip, first game using the targets. So we'll see how they get on in just a minute with that. Okay, we're just getting ready to go now, so keep an eye out for the game start. Marshall's just making sure everyone's in place and ready to go, and we'll be getting this one started. It'd help if I actually put the arena cameras on, wouldn't it? So let's get them on there. There we go. So green are respawning the top middle camera, and the reds are respawning on the top left camera. So you'll be able to see that happening. And now the master's just going in, so I'm just going to mute the mic while I get the game started.
Let's do this.
Okay, and here we go. Round starting in 3, 2, 1, and we have game on. Game on. Green's always a bit slow out the back there, starting the game. For some reason, I don't know why. One player is still sort of stood there, so let's see what is going on. Oh no, the player that is sort of stood there is the in-game marshal. By the looks of it, he's just taking his high vis off. He's just taking his rifle out with him just so he can pop at some of the targets, and just make sure that everything is all working correctly, and to try and keep an even player field. So let's see how we're doing. So this one, as I say, it is all about the targets, but respawns do count on this one as well. So at the moment in time, green are holding it on the targets, and the respawns are fairly even. 3-2 on respawns, so red are actually losing on respawns. So it does look like this is more green's game at the moment, but let's see how it carries on.
Pew, 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 pew.
Enemy spotted.
Finish him.
Okay, so fairly even still on the targets. Actually, red are, well, I just was about to say red are slightly ahead, then green go slightly ahead. So yeah, respawn wise, green are slightly pipping it. 8 respawns to the reds, 6 to the green, and so I think green are doing a bit of a better job on this round. Let's see how the game unfolds. We're only about quarter distance at the moment, so have they peaked too early? We'll find out. Keep an eye on that gameplay. Okay, so we're about 3 minutes in now. Still fairly even. It's flicking backwards and forwards. Reds just have it at the moment. There's still one target not been shot though, so there's only 19 targets in play. There's 20 of them out there, so but green are winning definitely on respawns at the moment. Red are just nipping ahead in terms of targets, but they could end up losing it because they've respawned more. They've respawned 6 times more than the greens at this stage. Okay, so red are just holding it back on targets now. They seem to be finding their rhythm a little bit. 4 minutes in, so we've got about 6 minutes remaining. And commentator's curse, as I said, that green just nip it ahead again. Now back to red, now back to green. So it's going to be quite an even one. It might be one on respawns, this one. Currently, green have 13 respawns, red have 21. So still pretty close. It bounces back and forwards one way to the other. So there's now 10 difference on the respawn. Green are definitely winning on respawn count, and they seem to have the majority of the targets at the moment, so I think this could be the first green win of the night. fairly even now, back again on the scores. Green just seem to keep edging it. Coming up to 6 minutes now, so about 4 minutes left of this round. Okay, so just over 7 minutes, coming up to the 3/4 stage, so about quarter distance left to go, so we're about 75% of the way through the game. Green is still winning on respawn, and green seems to be holding the targets a lot more at the moment. You can certainly see a lot more green targets out there on the Eye in the Sky camera. So it looks like green are doing a better job now. Okay, so a minute and a half remaining. That is amazingly 15 respawn difference in this game. So the first two games started really even, and now it's pretty even on the targets. I mean, red just holding it slightly now, but green were holding it more before. But red have 41 respawns to 26 for the green, so it's definitely looking like a green win at the moment. So let's have a look, see what happens in this last sort of 45 seconds. Massive flurry of activity with the targets there, but green are definitely holding more. 13-7. It doesn't matter what the final score ends, the other team could still win. It's all about how many seconds each target's been held, and then divisible by the number of respawns. So the more respawns you have, the worse score you're going to end up with, and at the moment it's 28 respawns to the green and 44 to the red. So and it does look like red are being more dominant with the targets as well, so I'm going to edge my bets and say I think this is going to be a green win, but we will see. Green respawns are creeping up, but yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, green won that one, so that was a green win. Let's get that up in the chat. Green win, and let's transition over to that green win scoreboard. So well done, greens. That was your first win. And let's put that up in the chat as well. So 45 red respawns versus, what do we have, 33 green respawns. So having a look at that, so the average time there, let's have a look. The average time held by the greens was 306 versus 239 for the red. So it was let's put there 306 versus 239 on target time. So it wasn't a million miles apart on the actual reaction time there. But yeah, the greens stomped it on terms of respawn. So well done, greens. We'll play that game again the other way around. So it's now 2-1 to the reds tonight. Let's put that in there. I'm going to send it to the adverts. We'll have a quick break. We'll get them hydrated and reloaded, and we'll get them swapped round, and we'll play another round of two-shooter flip.
Energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, just the 7 seas. I deal with life different, make that limit squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me. On track, now we going way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up, pray up. On track, now we going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going. On track, now we going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going. I got his band like I'm Barry Bonds. Running through the money, but the money's long. I don't love it, but I need it, keep it coming on. Only friendly, me and friends, we don't get along. I put that on my name, that I put them on. I put myself on stage as they sing along. I'm might book a session, do 100 songs. I'ma let you hear them just to prove you wrong. On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up, pray up. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. Now we going. Now we going.
Pussy by association, pussy by association, pussy by association. Now you look at deputy pat in my round.
Put my problems in the paper, put my problems paper, dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, put my problems paper, dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, put my problems paper, dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, put my problems paper, dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, put my problems paper, dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, put my problems paper, dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, put my problems paper, dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, put my problems paper, dial up the deputy mad at my brown. Listen here, buddy. Pussy by association, pussy by association, pussy by association, pussy by association. Now you look at deputy mad at my brown. Pussy by association, pussy by association, pussy by association. Now you look at deputy mad at my brown. Put my problems in the paper, put my problems paper, dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, put my problems paper, dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, put my problems paper, dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, put my problems paper, dial up the deputy mad at my
Okay, sorry about that. I was just sorting some bits out in the background. George, still welcome. I want to eat the challenge burger. George, I'd love to see you try the challenge burger. I don't know if you'll be up for it though. To be fair, I mean, I reckon. I don't know. What are you? You're probably, I'd say 8 or 9 stone with your clothes on. I mean, this is 5,000 calories. This challenge burger, so it is a challenge. Yeah, by all means, come down, give it a go. You can come down on the competition day and give it a go. I've been plugging the competition. I was saying before, this is the competition page, and I'll put the link up in the chat as well. For everyone to see. But so the 7th of August we've got this competition happening. George is one of the guys that's running it. I'll put the link up in the chat there again. But you can have a look. It'll take you through to their website, and it's got all about the featured event there. Click on details, gives you all the details about it. Get yourself signed up so you can join up, and either pay £30 per person to join up, or you can join up and pay their monthly fee, so which will give you entrance to all the tournaments they're going to run. So if you just click on that one there, and it'll take you through to their membership levels. So there you go, you can have a look. £5 a month, and that gets you access to all their competitions. There's a little bit of a video there about them, and bits and pieces that are going on, so including the tournament that's happening here. So £200 cash prize. There's the map of the arena. So 30 BBs per magazine, double elimination format. There'll be more information come out as it goes on. They've got the booking information link chat on there as well. Explains all the payments, all the fees, everything on there. So everything you need to know. If you sign up as a VIP member, you get some extra perks as well. So have a look on the website. It's all on there. We'll be running for 12 hours that day. It'll be 9 till 9. We'll have all sorts going on. The cafe will be open. Shop will be open all day as well. So there'll be plenty going on. We've got full stock of ice creams, hot and cold drinks, and hot and cold food as well. So there'll be loads going on there. So yeah, the private, I'm assuming, Georgester, is at the that's the VIP, is it? So that's where you get some extra, live event VIP. So so this must be the VIP access. So it's just called private on there for some reason. I presume that is, but maybe Georgester, if he's still watching, he can comment on that and let us know. But anyway, get yourself signed up. That should be good fun. And as I say, all the links on that website as well, so it gives you all the information about it. And we'll be live streaming the whole day as well. The guys from Anti-Cheat will also have some of their guys here on the stream as well, helping out and watching the cameras with us. So we'll be marshalling by camera and in-game marshals as normal, but we'll probably have I think they're going to bring a couple of marshals into the arena as well to help out marshalling, and then our regular marshals as well. So it should be a good day, but get involved. That's the only way you're going to win, is to be part of it. So it doesn't matter if you're already a team, then great, sign up. Just sign up as your total team. If you're an individual and you want to get involved, don't worry, you still can. Just sign up. You'll get allocated teams on the day. So hopefully we'll have enough people to make full teams up. We'll have a couple of floating players anyway to make numbers up. So don't worry if you are an individual or there's just 2 or 3 of you, whatever. Still get yourself signed up. We can make enough people up to make a full team for you. That shouldn't be a problem. But 7th of August, so time is flying by with that one, so get yourselves booked in sooner rather than later. Obviously there's a lot of stuff we need to do behind the scenes to know how many people are playing on the day. Yeah, get yourself signed up for that one, and we'll make sure we can accommodate for everyone. We're going to be putting a big marquee out the front anyway. There'll be a big player zone out there and stuff going on, so yeah, get signed up. The range will be in use as well, so I think the VIP members will have access to the range all day as well. That is the old range, still uses the same target system, so you'll still be able to download the app and use the attack sense targets. We've just got rid of the zombies and made it a more overall configuration, so that will be in play all day as well. So lots to see and do. So that's on the 7th, so get involved on that one. Also we've got some change of hours next week. There's a couple of us away next week, so on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday next week we'll be putting an announcement out on social media as well. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week we'll be on reduced hours, so we'll only be here from 1 till 9, so 1 p.m. till 9 p.m. We'll be shut in the mornings of Wednesday, Thursday and Friday next week, I'm afraid. But the shop will still be here 1 in the afternoon till 9 at night, and so will the CAF. And full service will be going ahead. We've got games on the Wednesday. We've already got players booked in. There's quite a few bookings next week, actually. So let me have a look. Show current week. So this week coming, we have got spaces still on Saturday for full day and half day, and Sunday as well, but it is pretty busy already, so we're almost fully booked, especially Saturday morning. Saturday morning there's 2 spaces left, and Sunday morning, what have we got there, 6, 7, 8, 9 Sunday morning, so we've got spaces really Saturday and Sunday afternoon. There, as I say, there is a couple of spaces in the morning, and it looks like we've got a couple of people booked in tomorrow as well. So if you want to play a game in the dark tomorrow, we have got bookings for that. And then next week, Tuesday, we have a private game on, so we're fully booked on the Tuesday. Wednesday, we are half booked, so we've got another 6 spaces there. And then next Sunday, the 31st, we are half booked as well. So there's lots of slots to fill. You can get booked in to come and play there. Let me put the link in there as well. Let's see who will be the winners of the 2022 summer tournament. Yeah, absolutely. Be interesting to see who wins it. Well, I think we've got a whole mix of players that are talking about coming down. So we've got sort of speed softers, regular CQB players. We've got general skirmishers. We've got some guys that take it a little bit more seriously and do more mil simmy sort of stuff. So there'll be a full mixed bag. Right, let me put the link up on there, and there we go, just on cue for you, Jules. So there is the challenge burger. As I said before, I'd like to see you take this on. I reckon you're sub 10 stone, so it's probably half your body weight, to be fair. It's 5,000 calories, this thing, so yeah, I mean, if you reckon you can do that, good luck. I think I'd struggle, to be fair. I mean, I don't eat as much as I used to, but I think even in my prime, I don't think I could probably push that one away. It is a mighty challenge, but no one has done it yet. No one's hit the scoreboard, so by all means come down and try it. There we go, there's the link to book in. So if you haven't played before and you want to come and play down at the Kill House, 308sniper.simplybook.it. Get yourself booked in and come and play. We've got spaces on a few of the sessions, but they are getting booked up quick, so get involved and get booked in. Yeah, it is a lot of burger. It is. I think it's the chips that finish people off. The chips, the burger buns, and the hash brown is what people struggle with. People normally start eating the actual burger patties quite quickly, and the chicken burgers. But yeah, one of the burgers. I'll try and remember now. So one of the burgers is 3 burgers in total. All of them have to be eaten with the chips, and let me just bring up my menu here. Yeah, so the first burger has 3 burgers in with 6 pieces of cheese, 3 hash browns and sweet chili sauce. Second one, again 3 6-ounce patties with 6 bits of cheese, 8 onion rings and barbecue sauce. The third one is 3 chicken burgers with 6 bits of cheese, 6 bits of bacon and mayonnaise, and then a kilo of chips as well. We've had a request to substitute the sauces. Yes, you have to have sauce, but you can substitute it for another sauce. So there was a guy saying today, absolutely couldn't understand the point of mayonnaise. Why would you put it anywhere near a burger, let alone anything else? So if that is your feeling as well, you can take the sauce out and change it to a different sauce. We have plenty to choose from. The buns, oh no. Well, yeah, I mean, it is the buns that finish everyone off. It's all that starchy bread, I guess, of the brioche bun. So, but we'll see, George, when you get down here. Let's see if you can complete it. So the guys will be getting ready to go out for the next game in just a sec. It'll be another round of 2-shooter flip. So that'll be happening in about a minute's time. Yeah, I mean, yeah, come down, give it a go, George. I think on the day of the competitions, I mean, maybe we can get a few people to sign up. Maybe if they lose the shooting competition, maybe they can try the challenge burger competition instead. But so it's £25 for the challenge burger. If you complete it, you get it for free, and we'll give you a t-shirt as well. So yeah, it'd be interesting. See if you can make it to our scoreboard. We have a scoreboard on the menu ready to go. So exactly, competitive eating, competitive airsoft, all in one. Yeah. I mean, some of these competitive eaters, absolute monsters. What they put away. There's a guy with I can't remember what he calls himself, but he has a monster beard as well. I mean, to be fair, there's not a lot of him either. He's probably about 10 to 12 stone. He's there's not much of him, and he puts away some of these monster burgers and stuff. And a lot of the stuff he eats tends to be like 5,000 to 6,000 calories. So it should be doable. We've modelled it on other challenge burgers that are out there, so I think it's doable. So maybe you could be the first. We never know. Yeah, I can't remember. I think there's a couple in there. There's Max versus Food, I think, but I can't remember. I think Max versus Food is local. I think he's like Maidstone way or something around here. But the one I'm thinking of, I don't know if he calls himself Beard versus Food. Let me have a look. Beard versus Food. Let me put that in YouTube, see what comes up. Oh, it is, yeah. It's Beard meets Food. That is the guy. This guy here. So yeah, this is the guy. I've seen this guy eat some mammoth stuff. This guy takes on some absolute monster meals, and no, I mean, look at the size of that. And there's nothing of him. So yeah, maybe you got a chance, George. He is a serious eater, but I mean, and I guess that's not our burger. Ours is much prettier. No, but I mean, that's a very similar looking one to ours. That's the Three Peaks Challenge Burger one that he did. Yeah, he does some huge dinners, absolute huge dinners, but and a huge breakfast and all sorts. So yeah, he is one of the guys we sort of modelled our challenge burger on. So anyway, yeah, come down and give that a go. Let me flick this out to all cameras. I think the players are going to enter the arena. So two-shooter flip is our next game. So same as last game, they have to flip the targets into their colour. Okay, so yeah, players are in the arena. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of the GoPro feed because battery's gone dead on it. So it was playing, but what it was playing was just a replay, unfortunately. So that's a replay of earlier. See the marshal walking around, but we'll just cover that up for a minute. I need to work out a way of wiring up a battery pack to the Wirral. The Wirral's the zipline camera that the zipline that we use. So the zipline battery seems to last long enough to last an evening or a weekend. Charge it up for lunch, but yeah, the GoPro battery sucks. So We have got a special case for it that allows a battery pack to be plugged in all the time. We've just got to work out a way of fashioning it to the to it. But here we go. Marshall's ready for the game start, so let me get that game going. I didn't even notice waffling around. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, and we have game on. So yeah, I think we'll have to engineer that one. Cable ties and gaffer tape, I think. So same format as last time, 2-shooter flip. So the players have to hunt down the targets and shoot them in the first instance, and then they have to hold them in their colour. So if you're on the green team, you shoot the target till it turns green. If you're on the red team, you shoot the target till it turns red. Simple as that. Also respawns count on this one, so you can end up holding the arena by being aggressive and then getting loads of respawns, and then those respawns will count against you because it divides the total number of seconds you've had by your number of respawns. So you definitely need to make sure that you're playing with a level of aggression that's enough to hold your targets but not get overshot at the same time. So again, it looks like green are holding a few more targets than the reds. Again, only 19 targets shot. They've missed one again, but green have respawned more in this round so far. So 7 respawns to the green, 4 to the reds. So maybe red are going to claw this one back. We will find out. Still early doors though. We're only a minute and a half into this 10-minute round. All the rounds we played typically 10 minutes. I'm not sure on the game time on the competition. Actually, the Airsoft anti-cheat competition. I'm not sure if they're going to do 5-minute rounds or 10-minute rounds. Especially with a 30-round limit, 10 minutes might be pushing it. So I think maybe they might be shorter games, but they're still writing up all the game briefs and stuff at the moment. They got a very good idea in their mind how it's all going to run and operate, and we're just in the final testings of that. So we'll get more information as it comes along. So quarter distance, green are holding more targets, but they have double the amount of respawns at the moment. So so green could be going too aggressive on this one. It might cost them. We will find out as it goes through. But let's see. They're definitely doing a stronger job at holding the targets. But as I say, that red have now caught up. So on this one, red might end up winning because they've done lesser respawns. So green are back in the lead with the targets. Just so I say that, every time I mention it, it changes again. So just so I say that, it went back to a draw and then red took a slight lead. But we're back on even Stevens again, 10 targets each. If it was to end at this moment in time, I think green would lose it because of that amount of respawns. So 22 respawns for the green, 13 for the red. So it will divide their total time at the end by the number of respawns. So I think green might end up losing this one just on the sheer number of respawns. And now they're absolutely being dominated. I think every one of the green was just back at respawn then, and red are holding the targets more. So this could be another red win. It's 2-1 to the Reds so far. Reds won both of the team death matches. They lost the first of the 2-shooter flip. This is the second round of 2-shooter flip. Score wise on the actual targets, it's been fairly even. Greens have been holding it just a little bit more, I think, and then Reds have a little flurry. But in terms of respawns, there's now 10 respawn different, 9 respawn different now. 8 respawn difference. So green's on 29 respawns, red on 21. So certainly a lot of activity going on. Maybe green have done enough, who knows? But I think, you know, they're pushing it on the respawns. It might just lose them. Oh, sorry, George. So I didn't, currently filling out the full rules. A lot of work, covering everything. Yeah, that is a lot of work. So yeah, I mean, if you George is on about the competition, which is on the 7th of August. So if you haven't already, get yourself signed up for that one. It's going to be epic. It is a lot of work organising a competition, and the guys behind the scenes have put a lot of time and effort into making it right, doing test scenarios and that, making sure that everything's going to run as smooth as possible on the day. But what we're hoping for is fair, honest competition. As I say, they're going to have game marshals as well as ours. We're going to be marshalling by camera as well, and we'll be streaming the whole day as well. So there'll be lots to see and do as well. So even if you don't want to get involved with the competition, that's not a problem. The shop will be open. You can come and watch. We'll have the screen on in the cafe, so you'll be able to watch it on there. And we will be putting the marquee up out the front as well for players. So there'll be plenty of space. We won't expect all the teams to be up in the safe zone. That'll be the safe zone will be held for the players that are playing the next round. So there'll be player areas for everyone to set up. But yeah, it is huge to get these things underway. It's enough work getting people booked in every week, let alone running competitions. So it's good that Airsoft Anti-Cheat are doing the competition side of it for us. And we just got to be the host venue, so we'll make it as exciting as possible for everyone.
Pew, 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 pew.
Okay, so where are we at? We're just gone 8 minutes in. We've got about a minute and a half left. Fairly even still on the targets. Respawns though, red are definitely doing a better job. So red are on 33 respawns versus 49 respawns for the green. So we're pretty much on, as it stands now, 35 to 49, 36 to 49. So yeah, 13 respawns different at this moment. So now just coming up to the last minute. So here we go, last minute now, last 50 seconds. Even at the moment on the targets, I think green might lose this one on the respawns. 53 respawns to 39 on the red. It will depend on how many seconds each team's held the targets for, but we'll find out in about 30 seconds. Red are taking a massive flurry of targets there. What happened to green? Were they sleeping? 15-5 on the targets at the moment. But respawns, pretty much 39 respawns to the red and 57 to the green. So I think it's going to be a red win. But let's see, just a couple of seconds left. And yeah, it was a red win. So let me get that up there. There we go. So let me get that up in the chat. So red win. And so red's managed 275 seconds. Red, and it was 292 seconds to the green. But green lost on respawns. So let me have a look. So we had 39 red respawn and versus 57 green respawn. So yeah, green definitely got hit a lot more on that one. Oh, the scoreboard is all a cock on there. So I'll move that down a bit. What is going on there? There we go. There we go. So you can see the scores there. Unfortunately, you can't see the respawns at the moment. Only I can see that. It's a shame. I get to see a lot more detail than you guys do. So like the time the targets were held for and stuff like that. But unfortunately, you can't see that. But I can relay that on the screen there for you. So that was 2-shooter flip. So it is now what is that? That's 3-1 to the Reds now for the night so far. So 3-1 to the Reds so far tonight. Okay, so we're just going to go to an ad break while the players get themselves sorted out, and we'll be going to the next game in just about 5 minutes. Okay, so oh, I just realised I've put you to the advert screen and just got the web page up. But while we're here, let me show you that. I was just going to say the Master was just changing the GoPro battery. But we have had just some new deliveries come in. So there's lots of nice new stuff that's in stock now. There's a load of bits here, but for some reason, because it shows the date that we ordered it, it's not on the first page of our new in stuff. This is all new in stuff, but not the stuff that's arrived this week. But here is the stuff we've received this week. So we've got some new of the SR rifles in, all three colours, tan, black and the OD green. Excuse me. We've got some more AKs in stock. Scars are back in stock, so we've got the fully licensed Scars in stock, and somewhere further down you'll see that we've got the unlicensed ones, which are a bit cheaper. We've got the SPRs back in stock, 1911 CO2 back in stock. These Silver Edge rifles are superb looking bits of kit, all in hydro dipped in different camos. So that one's the grey one, which is probably not the most sexiest of all the colours if you're going to go for a colour one. This G14, which I thought this was like a little compact thing, but it runs like a G36 mag. It's actually quite a funky looking rifle. Let me get rid of that. What else do we get in now? We've got a load of AUGs in. Whole collection of AUGs there. More of these Silver Edge gearbox guns as well. Oh, what happened there? These are beautiful. They're all like hydro dip. They've got this like red and black camo on them. They're a real nice piece of kit. So there's that one. Let me go back. We've got the stick mag one as well, which is really nice. So that's a nice bit of kit. And there's all sorts of colours. There's a load of shotguns we got in there. There's more AKs, 249. That was the blue one. So again, got the blue cam on it, so that's pretty cool. And those Silver Edge gearboxes are superb. And even the camo ones are pretty cool. So there's camo versions. These are all just in stock this week. And yeah, there's loads. We've even got little black storm lighters in now, so if you fancy yourself one of these windproof lighters, $9.99, come pre-filled with gas as well. There's absolutely bucket loads of stock. Even pink holsters, if you fancy a pink holster, we have now got pink holsters in stock for you. So yeah, a load of different shotguns in stock now. Some more pistols, Desert Eagles. We've got the, I think we've got one SLR left, the 1A1 British Army rifle. Yeah, there's a whole bunch there. So check that out. Okay, a few more minutes and then we'll be getting them out. We're just sorting out getting the GoPro working again and getting the players rehydrated, and then we'll be going with the attack and defend game in just a minute. Okay, sorry about the radio silence. Was trying to sort out the GoPro, but it's not having it. So I don't understand what's going on with the GoPro. 1 minute it works, 1 minute it doesn't. So anyway, we won't be having any more of the Eye in the Sky tonight. So sorry about that. But the players are getting out to play Attack and Defend, which is our next game. So they'll play one round one way and then another round the other way. And basically they have to deluminate the lights as quick as possible, and we'll see which team does it quicker. Okay, so next game is our Attack and Defend game. So players will have to either attack or defend. So the red team are attacking first. Their objective is to shoot at all the targets as quick as they can. Green team have to try and slow them down. We'll record the time they do it in and their swap ends, and then green will attack and see if they can beat the time. So we'll be getting the game started in just a second. Players are all in the arena now. So let me go over to the arena cams. There we go. Okay, so there you see the green team up in the top middle camera. That's their respawn area. There's no 5-second respawn on this. This is respawn and straight back in. And the red team on the top left hand side. So they still have to go and respawn. Defenders only have 3 live seats, so and then once they're out, they go and stay in their spawn area. Now normally we find the first 10 targets go down really quick. Normally it's about 10 targets in 10 seconds, but the last 10 is where it slows down. So as you can probably hear on the radio there, the marshal said he's ready, so let's start the game now. And we have game start in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. So green's a bit slow out of the block again. Green seem to wait for the game to start and then just stand there for a minute. But anyway, off we go. So respawn counters don't count in this one, so although they do have to respawn and press the buttons, it doesn't actually count. It don't penalise them any time for respawns in this one. This is purely about time. So as you can see, 16 targets down in 30 seconds, and this is where it slows down. The fastest time we've had is about 48 seconds, I think, and they're getting pretty close to that. 19 targets down in 40 seconds. So it'll be this last one that it gets defended heavily. So it's how well the Greens can defend now. So they're not going to be a record beating time tonight. We're into the 55 seconds, coming up to a minute, and so now we're over 1 minute. The average time is normally sort of 2 to 3 minutes for most teams. So if you get a 2 to 3 minute time, that's quite a competitive time. But it looks like they've got one left to get. Let's see how well Greens can defend it. It's always the last 1 or 2 targets that slow them down. So a minute and a half gone now. So I think they were well in the 40 seconds when they had 19 targets. So it's almost taken them a minute now to get that last target. X gravity, 32 seconds is your fastest. When did you do that? In your dreams? I don't remember. I don't remember you doing a run. Have you done a run? Or was that on a team? I think the quickest team we've had it done on is nowhere near. Oh, sorry. Got caught up there. You distracted me. X gravity. 1 minute 45. There to the red team. So now we'll get them swapped over and see if Greens can beat that. Let me put that in there. So Reds done it in 1 minute. What do we have there? 1 minute 45 414. Okay, let me just queue up this on the green team now. Okay, so as you can probably hear, Marshall said there on the radio, they're getting straight back into it. They'll be getting going in just a second. X-Gravity, old layout though. Well, it doesn't really count then, does it, if it's the old layout? Oh dear, some people, eh? Anything, some people do anything to be a winner, eh? Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, and we have game on. So this is the green team now. Let's see how quickly they can do it. A little bit quicker out the blocks, the green team this time. The green player that is staying down in the spawn areas is our Marshall. He's evening up the sides tonight. He's playing marshalling. And he's trying to help them out to keep the numbers equal. But we're 25 seconds in, 13 targets down, 7 to go, 6 to go. Well, they've passed your time, X-Gravity, of 32 seconds. Oh no, that was on the old arena, wasn't it? 18 targets down, 46 seconds. 48, so that's the record time on the new arena. Gone. So 2 targets left. 5 seconds to do it in sub 1 minute. Will they do sub 1 minute? No, they won't. As I say, it's always these last 2 targets that holds them back. This is where it is won or lost. And oh, bloody hell, they've done those last 2 quick. So I'll make that a green win. So green done it in 1 minute, and what do we have there? 1 minute 12.406. So that is a green win. So green win. Well done, Greens. So that makes it. What does it make it? I've lost track. Let me go back through the chat. So it's 2-1 to the Reds tonight so far. And then we had another Red win. So it's 3-1 to the Reds. So it is now 4. It's 3-1 to the Reds. So 3-2 to the Reds now. I'll put that in the chat so I remember. There we go, 3-2 to the Reds so far for the night. But Green just won the attack and defend game quite well as well. So the Reds did it in, let me just go back through and have a look. So Reds did it in 1:45 and Greens did it in 1:12. So about 30 seconds or 33 seconds quicker. So well done, Greens. Let's get you on to the break and I'll work out what game we're going to do next. I suspect we'll probably be doing a game of team domination next. We normally do team domination as the next one. We've got our new bomb game turning up as well. If it ever clears customs, that should be with us very shortly as well. And we've got our down sailor game that we're just perfecting as well at the moment. So hopefully we'll be able to bring that to you soon as well. Bring some new games into the arena. We're trialing and testing a load of new games, so hopefully lots to see. I think I'm starting airsoft and wondering what a good CQB starter gun is. Okay, so honestly, you don't have to go fortunes on any gun to play in any environment. If you're new to it, if you're starting airsoft, I'd get yourself an AEG. Pistols work really well indoors, but pistols do have their limitations. You're limited on rounds a lot more than if you run a rifle. Barrel length doesn't make a whole heap of difference in airsoft, so you can get yourself like a mid-sized AEG, something with a fairly shortish barrel, which would be good for CQB, which is also skirmishable outside as well. We use the Valken Kilos as our rental guns. So they're quite a short rifle, but they're still fully skirmishable outside. You still get a 45-50 metre range out of them out of the box, so you can still use them indoors. It's indoors wise, everyone's on a fairly level playing field. I mean, we run 2s or 2.5s only, or you can run 2.3s, but minimum of 2s and maximum of 2.5s. So no 0.12s or anything silly like that. It's got to be a 0.2 or above. And maximum of a 0.25 because you're not shooting any particular distance indoors. Probably the most you'll shoot is sort of 5-10 metres maybe. All the shots are quite close range, so just get something that you like the look of, really. I mean, M4 platforms are quite good because they're more readily available. The spares and repairs from are more readily available. But yeah, just get yourself a nice short compact AEG, I would, because then you can use it in both scenarios. You can use it indoors and outdoors. That's probably the way forward. Or come down and rent a rifle, rent a pistol, see how you get on with either. If you're not sure, see what you think. See what other players run, see what you like the look of. A lot of it is aesthetics with airsoft. There are guns out there that are better than other guns, but ultimately they all do the same job. And in the indoor arena environment, you know, it is all much of a muchness. You haven't got large distances to shoot over, so being outranged isn't one of those issues you need to deal with. The only issue really, I guess, from one player to another indoors is probably fire rate, but we do control fire rate. We don't allow full burst. If people have binary triggers, we allow them, so that's when they pull the trigger and it fires on pull and on release, so you get that sort of double shot, and we do allow them, providing the players are sensible. Again, we don't allow burst fire or pinning fire. It's semi-auto only. So if someone gets out of control with their fire rate, we generally have a word with them and tell them to slow down, because it's indoor CQB. People come to have fun, not to get hurt. So you can play with pretty much anything really. But if you're not sure, come down, have a chat with us, come and have a look at some of the guns we've got, and do a rental session. Rent one out, see what you're comfortable with. We've got the kilos, the Falcon Kilo M4s as rental guns, and we've got some pistols as well, some Glock based pistols as our rental pistols. So if you want to try one out, come and give it a go. You can always try them in the range as well. We've got the 8-metre shooting range downstairs, so hopefully that's answered your question. Okay, yeah, so FPS limit, we actually chrono in joules, so it is approximately 350 feet per second, but we chrono in joules to a maximum of 1.14 joules. Joules is a much more accurate measurement, so chrono in feet per second just tells you how fast the projectile's leaving the gun, but we measure in joules because one of a few reasons. It's the one constant. It's unlikely that we're going to face any weapons really that get any dual creep in this arena, because it's all indoors and generally everyone has shorter barrels, so you generally don't get dual creep on short barrel guns. But it is possible. It normally happens on longer barrel guns, but the reason we chrono in joules is more accurate measurement. We can also tell by looking if someone's got the wrong BB in there, maybe, you know, if they say they've got a 2 in there but they've actually got a 2.8 or something like that, it will show up in the joules. So it's a much more accurate way of measuring and making sure that everyone's safe and working to the right limits. So yeah, 1.14 joules, which I think is pretty much the limit for most sites, to be fair. I think that's what Driver would run. I think that's what Dog Tag run. Not sure about Invicta and all that. I think Apocalypse still chrono in feet per second, but I'm sure they look at the joules reading as well. But yeah, there's lots of sites out there in the local area, so I think most of them are 1.14 joules. Okay, so the next game up tonight is going to be Team Domination. So in this game, it's a bit of like a tug-of-war game is the easiest way to explain it. So when the game first starts, there's 20 targets out in the arena. 10 will light up green, 10 will light up red. The teams have to shoot out their own colour targets. So the green have to shoot the green targets, red have to shoot the red targets. Now the game can be won in two ways. The teams can either manage to shoot out every single one of their targets before the other team hit a single target, and in which case the game will end immediately. But that's never happened yet, because it's pretty much impossible for that to happen. The other way you can win is it's over a 10-minute game period. So basically you have to sort of tug the targets backwards and forwards your way, so you'll see the score go up and down, up and down. So the objective is try and keep all your 10 targets shot out as much as possible. Every time you shoot one of your targets, it will regenerate one of the opposing team's targets. So a bit like a tug of war is the easiest way to describe, and it's whoever's got their targets shot out the most as the game ends at 10 minutes. So you can't just take your foot off the gas, because if the other team just shoot all their targets out, they win straight away. So you do need to keep your targets in play, and then they don't have timers in there, so they don't know when the 10 minutes is up. So they need to be aware of holding their theirs up. Also, they don't know where they are in scoring as well, so they can only tell by the colour of the lights. So we'll see how they get on with this one. And we'll queue it up on my tablet here. Let me find out who's down which end as well from our in-game marshals, so just bear with me and we'll get one going. Okay, so let me flick to the game cameras. There we go. So we're just about to get ready. So as I say, this one is like a tug of war. So they have to keep their eye in. You'll see the scores come up on this one in a minute. It's on the old scoreboard at the moment, but once they're ready, we'll get the game start. Let me just chat to the in-game marshal and get this ready. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and we have game on, game on. So respawns count in this game as well. So they could tug the rope sort of thing over onto their half of the arena by holding their targets. But they could also lose it on respawns as well. So it does have a bearing on the game. At the moment, you can see green are pulling more their way. They're on 5. Red have got 1 target shot out. Oh, and now it's flipped the other way. Red have got a few shot out, and now it's evening out. So and you'll see the scores go up, down, as it's like a tug of war as they tug their targets backwards and forwards to each other. So if the red shoot a target out, it'll relight one of the greens. And if green shoot one out, it'll relight one of the reds. Up until the point where if there's no more to light up, they can just start taking out their own targets and win the game. But as I say, that's never happened as yet, and you have to do something pretty special to get round and shoot all your targets out before the other team manage to shoot a single target. You'd have to be going some. So let's have a look. It's still fairly even, and respawns are even as well. Green and respawns 2 more than the reds. Reds are just holding the arena at the moment. Reds have got 3 targets to go. Red's got 2 targets to go. If green don't hit a target in a second, we might see a red win. They do have to push into each other's halves of the arenas as well, so it's always difficult to get those last couple, so that's why we've never got to that stage where anyone's ever done it. And there you go, yeah, green have got some targets already, so and you see the score bounce back up. But red are dominating still at the moment. Red have done quite well overall for the night. It's 3-2 to the red so far for tonight, so looks like red are just doing enough at this stage, but it's only quarter of the distance. So red are definitely doing a better job at holding the targets. They're and green are respawning a little bit more as well. 12 respawns to 7. So this looks like at the moment, the way it's standing, it could be a red win, or is it green just holding back? Because this game can all be won in the last minute. As I say, it's a bit like a tug of war, so you only have to do enough to hold it and then tug it just right at the last minute. Although at the moment red have got one target left to get. If they can get that one last target before green shoot a single target, they could win this outright. No, green have got a target, so now it's 3 to get for the Reds. The Reds got quite close a couple of times, but then it's a bit like the attack and defend game where the last target can take a while because it gets defended, and that's the same with this. One team can hold a load of targets, but then they have to advance into the other half to get those last few, and that's when it slows it down and it flips back again. So it still looks like red are doing enough. 13 respawns to the red, 18 to the green. And red seem to be holding it their side a little bit more. Okay, so we've gone halfway. We're just coming up to the 6-minute mark. It's fairly even on the targets at the moment. Respawns, there's only 6 different. 20 to the red, 26 to the green. I say that, it's just gone up to 28 green. But they're fairly even on the target hold at the moment. So let's see how this ramps up as the game goes on.
Thank you for following.
Okay, so coming up to 7 minutes now. Still pretty even on the targets there. And the respawns, there's now 10 difference. So red are definitely doing a better job on the respawns there. So it looks like reds were stomping away with the targets at the start there, pulling the sort of tug of war of targets their way. And but now it's being held slightly more by the green, but green could end up losing this unless they pull the targets massively over their way at the end. They could end up losing it based on their respawns. So we've got 25 respawns to the red at the moment and 37 to the green. So and 26 37 now, so there's 11 respawns different. we go. Thank you there. Titan, can't wait to have a go again here. Game's looking great tonight. Cool. Have you played here before then? When did you play? Did you play recently? Have you played since we've had the rebuild? So Red are clawing it back at the moment. We're coming up to about a minute and a half remaining.
Finish him.
Coming up towards the last minute. Red are taking it back on the targets. They're still dominating on the respawn, the Reds, 31 to 45. Yeah, only been back once after the rebuild. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, so so much nicer, feels much more even for both sides. Yeah, I mean that was the idea of it. Whichever way you start the arena, it's a mirror image of itself, so there's no advantage from being one end or the other. So yeah, it's totally fair for either side. We do play every game both ways as well, just to be sure. So I'm glad you like the new layout. But last 25 seconds now, Red are just holding it, and Red are beating Green on respawns as well, 35 to 48. So I think if I was a betting man, I'd put all my money on Red right now. What do you think? We've got 10 seconds left, or just shy of 5 seconds now. Let's see how it ends. I think this is going to be a red one, and yeah, there we go.
Game over.
That is that game, and that is a red win. Let's see if we can get that score up on there. Yeah, there we go. So let me get that up in the chat as well. So red win. So let me have a look at the statistics on that game. So Red had an average on the targets of 20 and Green had an average of 18. So Red's done a better job on the targets and the respawn. So so it's 18. It was 20 to the Reds versus 18 to the Green. And then we have plus 36. Learn how to type and talk at the same time. 36 Red respawns and 49 Green respawns. So well done Reds. Yeah, go Greens. We need to claw one back. So it is now 4-2 to the Reds so far tonight. So we get the players on a little break now, 3 to 5 minute break, and then they'll be playing another round of team domination. We'll just play it in the opposite direction. See if the green team can claw one back. So Titan, have you signed up for the competition we got here on the 7th of August? Is that your cup of tea? Do you fancy doing that one? Have you seen the details about that? I've been putting it up in the stream. I don't know. I think you was in the chat earlier in the stream, so I don't know if you see the post that we put up about the airsoft anti-cheat competition we got going on. Get yourself and your buddies signed up to that one. That should be a good one. Birmingham's only like a 2.5 hour drive. But no, that's a shame. If you can't get here, you can't get here. I'm only teasing. But no, if you could get here, that'd be great. It's going to be a good event, I think. I'd love to give it a go another weekend, though. Sounds like great fun. Yeah, so Airsoft Anti-Cheat are running the event. We're just hosting it, but we'll be laying on the stream. The cafe and the shop and everything else will be open. But we'll have our staff helping with the stream and helping with the marshalling as well as their guys. So yeah, it should be a good weekend. But of course, you can always watch it. We'll be streaming the whole thing as well. So if you can't get down. And if you guys want to get signed up, get yourself signed up through the Anti-Cheat Airsoft page there. And if you want to come down and practice, there's only a few weeks left to come down and practice, so get yourselves booked in. I'll put the booking link up on the chat. Sorry, it's 308 sniper. Simply book.it. There we go. So get yourselves booked in via that. We've got games on. We've got a game on tomorrow night. Airsoft in the dark. So if you fancy something in the dark, you need tracer units and torches. Well, you don't need tracer units, but you definitely need a torch. So we've got that going on tomorrow night. We've got a few players signed up for that one. We've pretty busy weekend, Saturday and Sunday. The afternoons aren't as busy, so if you want to get booked in, get yourself booked in Saturday and Sunday afternoon. And then next week we are full on Tuesday already. We've got bookings already for Wednesday. We're over halfway full now Wednesday. And then on the weekend, I think we've got players already booked in Sunday morning. We've only got a game Sunday morning, nothing Sunday afternoon. And next week we're on restricted hours, so Wednesday, Thursday and Friday only, we're 1 till 9. The rest of the week we're open as normal. But those 3 days we're just doing a 1 till 9 in the shop and the cafe. But it won't affect the kill house. All the kill house sessions will be running as normal. Yeah, hopefully, Titan, there will be a few more chances. They're gonna, from what I understand, there's going to be several competitions throughout the year at different venues as well. So keep an eye on their page, the Airsoft Anti-Cheat page. They'll be posting up all the events that they're going to be doing over the year on there. So this is their first year of it, and this is their first event. So I guess this one will tell whether we make it or break it for them. So yeah, hopefully it'll make it for them, and it'll work well, and it'll work well for the players. So if you want to get involved, get yourself signed up for that one. It'd be good. I know you can't because you're working away, but anyone else that's watching, get involved. Should be a good event. Okay, so players are still on their break at the moment. It's going to be about 3 minutes, I'm told by the marshal. So about 3 minutes and we'll get them out for the next game. Yeah, I'll check them out. Got a couple of mates who'd love to play. No worries. Yeah, no, that'd be cool. I think it's going to be quite a good event. So even if you can't make it, hopefully you'll be able to watch the stream on it as well. They're doing some artwork and stuff up for the stream, so that should be quite good. I did put their link up on the chat earlier. Let me see if I can find that link again. There we go. Let me get that in the chat again. There we go. So there's the link again to it. and you can click on there. See if I can bring that up again. There you go. It takes you through to their website, and then there's the competition on there. It's 7th of August. Click on details, and it gives you all the details all about it. So yeah, if you haven't already, get signed up. And when they have extra events coming on, all their featured events will list on this page as well. But some of their Instagram stuff's up there, and they got all the details about their patroncy there as well. You can click on and sign up to different levels and stuff. So obviously, if you sign up to the cadet one, I think that's the one that you can sign up for, and you get access to the event for free, so you don't have to pay the £30 per person. So that's quite a good one. And then they've got some higher level ones as well, if you fancy that. And then they've got all the bits about them, so check that out. There's all sorts on there, and all sorts of links as well. So I think that'd be quite a good event. As I say, we're running that on the 7th of August, so be there or be square, as they say. So next game will be another game of team domination, just swapping ends. So again, like the tug of war game where they tug the targets one way or the other. So Reds did pretty well at that one. They dominated on both targets and on the respawn. So let's see how they fare on the next round. See if Green can tuck one back. And I don't know, we probably, if they get them out pretty quick, we might have game time room. Get my words out. Might have room in the evening to get 2 more games out. But let me get onto the Marshal, see if I can work that one out. Okay, so next game is another round of team domination. So exactly the same as before, just swapping ends. So this is one that's a bit like a tug of war game. So to start with 10 targets in each colour. They have to find and shoot their own colour target. Respawns count in this one as well. So push too hard and you could end up losing because of the amount of respawns. Exactly the same format as before. They're just entering the arena now, so I'll get the arena cams up and you'll be able to see them getting in. The game should start in about a minute's time once they're all in place. Okay, so most of the players in the arena already. We're just getting ready for the Marshal to get the game, or let me know the game's ready to start so I can hit the button. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and we have game on, game on. Okay, so there's shots firing all over the place. There's holding it fairly evenly on the tug of war status at the moment. Green are slightly behind on respawn, but only by 2. So very close still at the moment. Green are respawning on the top left-hand camera. Red are respawning on the top, the top middle camera. So green top left. And red in the top middle. So at the moment, looks like red have pulled the targets more their way again at the moment. And red are definitely winning in terms of respawn as well. Looks like green are having a bit of a pushback now though. We had a couple of red players coming in and respawn, and green are holding the targets more their way at this second. It's a shame I can't get you the graphics up that we see on the tablet. You'd be actually able to see the targets flicking backwards and forwards, I don't know if there's a way of us doing that in the future. I'll have to speak to Attack Sense. Wargoony, welcome. Yeah, we've got a couple of smoke machines that we're trying out. So there's one either end of the arena, and we've programmed them all to work off the same remotes, so they're remote activated by us at the moment. They're low burst smoke machines, so they run for about 20 seconds at a time. It's fairly low density smoke, so it clears quite quickly as well, so it doesn't hang around in the arena. It's supposed to be good for asthmatics as well, so win-win. And yeah, just if it works, we'll keep adding more and more to the arena. But they do run quite hot, so we're probably going to have to hang them quite high, I think. But that's the plan, to have multiple smoke machines in there. We've got some new games planned as well. We've got some more of the pedals that we use for the respawns, and we're hoping that we can wire them up to the smoke machines as well. The smoke machines can be activated by DMX cable, and so can the pedals can activate DMX stuff on it as well. So it's going to take some fiddling around to get it working, but I think we can do it. So that we've just got to think of some game modes where we can deploy smoke tactically. So we'll see how that works. So what's going on in the red respawn there? Looks like someone's foraging for food. Has he dropped something? Surely he's not reloading BBs off the floor. Now let me find out from the marshal what's going on. Running Scavenger Pro. What Titan? What's that? What's Scavenger Pro? Is this something I should know about? Let me Google that. Oh, okay, Call of Duty reference. Okay, my boy would probably know what that is.
First receiving.
Okay, so it looked like the game was stopped there because Red got a domination. I'm just rewinding it and having a look. But it looks like Red won and the game stopped early because Red took out all the targets. So it looks like it was a Red win. So well done, Reds. That happened so quick I missed it. So well done. Red win. So that makes it 5-2 to the Reds. Okay, sorry about that. I got caught up watching, looking up Scavenger Pro. And so yeah, Red won by getting a domination, which is the first time we've ever seen that. So it caught us out a bit by surprise. The in-game marshal radioed me through and said, "What's going on? Is the game finished? As that all the targets have gone out?" And yeah, it does appear that that's what happened. I reran the footage and it looked like Reds just dominated the targets, took all their ones out, and the game stopped early. So normally it'd run for 10 minutes, but we've never had that. No one's ever dominated enough. So no, it's not your fault, Titan. I should have known what it was. I don't get enough time to play Call of Duty, I'm afraid. I'm here 7 days a week, so that takes all my time up. GTA is about all I manage nowadays, a little bit of that. So we're going to play like a deathmatch sort of game next. So they're going to, as we're winding up towards the end of the night, it's coming up to 22 now. So we're going to do a just a deathmatch game. Each player will have 5 lives each, so 5 lives and out. So this will be the last game of the evening, and the master's just explaining it all to them, and then we'll get them out for this last game. So if you want to get down and play this week, we still have a few booking spaces left. We've got sorry, I lost my train of thought there. We've got games on tomorrow. So tomorrow night is our in the dark night. So if you fancy coming and playing in the dark, get yourself booked in 308sniper.simplybook.it. And then we have also games on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday and Sunday is pretty full already. And so I'm just trying to multitask, which I'm not very good at, and the marshal's radioing me as well. So yeah, Saturday and Sunday we've got spaces in the afternoon, and we've got a couple of spaces in the morning as well. I'll put the booking link up in the chat. So they're going to do a deathmatch game next with instant respawn, so no 5-second respawn on this one. So the players just getting themselves ready, and then they'll be and then they'll be off out. So let me get this queued up ready. Okay, so let's get over to the arena cams. There we go. So last game of the night. Get involved on the chat. Let us know. A few of you have been chatting tonight, so if you're watching still, then let me know who you think is going to win this one. Will the red team win this one and finish 6-2, or will it be a green win, and will they bring it back to 5-3? We will find out in about 10 minutes time. So it looks like they're ready, so let's get that going. And 3, 2, 1, and we have game on, game on. So you're just looking at the timer on this one. Don't worry about the scoring on there. Scoring means absolutely diddly. This is all down to the respawns. So you'll see them pressing the respawn buttons as they come round. Or someone will in a minute. Here we go. Red player has just respawned. Okay, just well, you can't see the respawn counter because I just realised I've set it for the wrong ends. But that's alright because I know that the red team is the green team and the green team is the red team, so I can swap that round this way. Green's all the way. Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope that greens get their first win. So at the moment, green on 5 respawn, red are on 2. So green have got some work to do. Hopefully we will get the respawn counter up on the stream soon, and hopefully by that point I'll be able to press the right buttons and have the spawn counter showing the right teams. The only people that can see it wrongly at the moment are me and the gentleman sitting watching the stream in the safe zone. but all it means is in effect it's counting the red respawns in the green and green respawns in red. So I just need to reverse it when I call out the scores. But what I can tell you is green are on 8 respawns and green are on 5. Sorry, I'm confusing myself now. Green are on 9 respawns, 10 respawns actually, and red are on 6. So red team are winning slightly at the moment. Hopefully green will get a win here as well. I'm with you, Titan. Let's get a push for a green win. Level up the scores a little bit. So where we at? Greens are on 17 respawns, red are on 9. So red are definitely winning at the moment. Looks like we've got a couple of green players out already, so they're 5 lives each. So we've got a couple of them out. They're just waiting down in their spawn for their lives to for their other teammates' lives to expire. And now it looks like not the way to end the night. It looks like we've got 4 green players out of it. So they've used all their 5 lives up. So I think we're almost. Oh, we've got one green player left. One green player left doing all the work. So let's have a look. Greens are on 21 respawns and red are on 10. So that one green player's got a lot of work to do. Out, and apparently he's been shot, so that is game over, and that is another red win. But I mean, to be fair, in all the games it's been pretty close. On the first game, it was only won by a couple of respawns. I think it opened up a bit more on the second game when the targets come into play. Green won that first one, and then green have won a few, but red have just been slightly better overall for the night. So that's 6-2 to the reds for the night. But I think the gameplay has been fairly even all night. It's just that red have just had the edge, unfortunately, for the greens. But well done, reds. But well done, greens as well. They all played well. There was some good, honest hit taking as well. There wasn't anything to watch out for with these guys, which is always a pleasure to see. So I think that is probably us for the night now. We're right out of time, unfortunately. So that will be the end of tonight's stream. As I say, we've got games on tomorrow night, so if you want to come down and play, get yourselves booked in. 308sniper.simplybook.it, and we've got games Saturday and Sunday, so we've still got spaces for them as well. It is cooler this weekend. I think that it's going to rain a little bit over the weekend, so why not come and play indoors? So that's 308sniper.simplybook.it. No, thank you, Titan, for watching. Good to have you on the chat and interacting with us. It's better than talking to myself all night. So thanks for joining us. Hopefully we'll have a stream on tomorrow night if we've got players in. But we'll post it up on Facebook and that if we have. And then Saturday and Sunday we've definitely got games on, and we'll definitely be streaming them ones. So I think we're a bit short-staffed this weekend, but I think we'll still be able to run the stream okay. So I don't think we've got a problem with the stream this weekend, so that will be good. So yeah, get yourself in, get yourself playing. But that is us for the night, I'm afraid. So we'll see you on the next one. So hopefully you can join us on the next stream.
Game over. Game over. Game over.
Mission complete.
Thank you for following